Okay, so
Please be advised, the following program is for adult audience only. Explicit language is used. You have been warned.
yep, mainly Questo.
Fuck you.
Welcome to Let Me Ask You a Question, episode 6. I'm your host, Mike D.
This is Quest.
Quest is apparently having a seizure.
Shut up. I'm a little kid that tried to go Super Saiyan.
Really?
Really?
We're going to talk about you going Super Saiyan.
I said the little kid. I didn't say me, the little kid.
Okay. You don't need to try to do that.
I'm not going to try to do it. I'm just saying whatever. Which brings us into today's topic. What if superheroes were real?
What if superheroes were real?
Yes.
Why would we talk about a thing like this?
Because I think it's important. Have some imagination. Sometimes we want to get a break.
Yeah, we can't always talk politics, even though, I don't know. You know we always end up on talking about politics anyway.
Everything. Art in itself is always an expression of the given society. So you can't escape it. It's unavoidable.
Okay. So, we're going to talk about what if superheroes were real. We might explore a little bit of the numbers and maybe a little bit of the psychology and the sociology of if we had actual superheroes here. So,
Let's start with Superman's punk ass.
of course.
The Boy Scout. You seen Man of Steel? Well, we both seen it. So.
Of course we've seen Man of Steel.
Okay.
And the new Batman and Superman movie just came out, and I heard good things.
I heard mixed reviews. It was okay. But anyway, Superman, the Boy Scout. Remember 9/11?
I remember 9/11.
How much damage do you think 9/11 caused?
I don't know. Rough estimates, a couple $1 billion.
$55 billion to be exact.
$55 billion.
With a total impact, including the lives lost and everything else, $123 billion. So let's round it. Let's just put that $123 billion.
$123 billion.
9/11.
9/11.
Superman fighting Zod.
And Man of Steel?
And Man of Steel.
Okay.
$750 billion worth of damage.
Oh, so he did 7 9/11s.
Roughly.
Roughly
7 9/11s.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. With a $2 trillion damn impact to the economy.
What a $2 trillion. Jesus. Huh. Superman is a liability to the economy of the United States. Well, the world, period.
Yeah. But let's pretend when you say United States, because I think many people, you know, when we read the comic book of Superman, that he's, you know, the all-American hero. He embodies all the great, good old-fashioned values of America. But does he really value the ideals of America?
I don't know. It seems like it to me. Farm boy from Kansas, you know, raised around football. He enjoys that. He drinks beer. If you ain't watch the movie.
But let's explore a little bit deeper. So, if you look at Superman, the psychology of Superman is that he embodies all the best of humanity.
Okay.
The best qualities of humanity. Forgiveness, hope, honesty. You know, all those good things we strive to be in our everyday lives. But some polls would say, when they ask about Superman, they say that he needs to kill people, and that he's, you know, he's soft. And I thought about it, it's like, wow. So here you have this guy who embodies the ideals of humanity that we strive for every day, and we shit on him for embodying the values that we strive for every day.
But he does kill people.
He has, but that's not the point. The point is Superman's supposed to embody the ideals of humanity that we treasure most. That makes us better people, and we shit on him for doing that.
Okay, maybe go a little bit more in depth.
All right, a little bit more on that. So, if you read the comments and you see how, have you seen with Superman versus I can't remember the name of the damn movie. It's when he fought the 4 kids. One of them was British. He had telekinetic powers. The other was a black kid, and he had like.
I think that's is that Unleash?
Superman Unleashed Superman versus the 4.
It's not versus the 4, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So, in that particular one, the citizens got tired of Superman because they felt he was too soft on criminals. And he felt that the new group of the kids were better because they actually killed criminals. And they would churn, well, yeah, maybe Superman should kill people. You know, that's why, look how much damage he keeps causing by not killing them. He just locks them up and they break out of jail again. And he destroys the city again and the process keeps repeating itself.
Okay.
So, what Superman did? Okay, I'm going to take your advice. He took the cuffs off. I'm going to kill you now. And when people seen it, they were afraid. They were terrified. Because the fact that, Superman, when he take them cuffs off, when he doesn't hold back, and he's serious trying to kill you, scary. Of course it was all of rules. He didn't kill anybody. And, had the supervisor to, pick up people. But the fact is that when he took the citizens' advice and said, maybe I should start, taking lives. Mm-hmm. It was fear.
I mean, I guess. I mean, just think about it anyway. If Superman was an actual material person in this society, United States would probably weaponize him.
Try.
Well, yeah, they would do their best. I mean, they couldn't physically force him to do anything. But, I mean, there's ways of coercion. Mentally, they could have did it. Kidnapping his family, threatening his family.
Let's go with that. Look what Zod did by yelling at his mom and pushing her. Look what Superman did to Zod just for pushing and yelling at her.
They don't have to physically do anything to...
They threaten her, no matter what...
They threaten her physically. But, like, Superman's ideal... He doesn't. Okay, he's not going to return a non-physical threat to you. So, like, if they attack her financially, because they can probably,
freeze her accounts and all that.
Yeah, concerning that, they can make up some legal jargon to go after her.
Domain.
Yeah, to go after her and just affect her on that level.
But all right, that's fine. Now, do you remember the end of the movie when they sent a drone to follow Superman? What he did to it?
That still doesn't stop them. So Superman's going to go through and destroy the whole internet? Superman's going to go through and destroy the financial system? Because he does not want other people to suffer needlessly. And so therefore he'll be willing to sacrifice his family.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go with that.
I mean, hey, look, let's go with that.
No, because
if you look, despite the wishes of what his earthly father told,
he let him die.
He let him die. So you think honestly?
Case in point. My point exactly. That's why why Superman in some cases, if he really and that's the only thing that would save humanity is that we gotta appeal to his better nature. We would try to manipulate him to his better nature. Remember, Superman, you don't kill. You're nice.
But they would just manipulate him. I mean, to my understanding, I haven't seen the movie, but the rumors that I heard, Lex Luthor kidnapped his mom.
Shh, spoilers.
Oh, my bad. I don't know. I didn't see the
movie neither.
Oh, sorry.
You know I didn't see it.
Well, I didn't see it either, so I'm sorry. I'm waiting for it to come out on DVD. Personally, I heard it was like Spider-Man 3. Too many characters to care about it.
Fuck you. Spoilers. Sir, spoilers. But anyway, moving on. Moving on.
Alright, I won't spoil the movie for you.
let's go. Let's say Superman was like real, like given the in 2016 of this day, and he was born in Kansas. There is a good possibility he would be a Trump supporter.
Republicans are not even good. It's Trump supporters. Okay, so I don't know. I doubt it.
It's a possibility.
No, because I would take the fact.
Not his. No. We take the fact that those were his parents, and we take them out the picture. Okay, but we inject them in. Okay, there is hope. There is hope.
But not just that. He goes against the ideals of what Superman's do.
Superman only has those ideals because that's what his parents taught him.
But at the same time, he wants to encompass everyone. Everyone is equal in his eyes. Everyone should strive to be together.
Right. Only because that was his parents taught him. They held him as his, Clark, calm down. They nurtured him in that manner. Taking that factor away would drastically change it. Have you seen Justice League Gods and Monsters?
Yes.
Okay, look at that Superman. That's a prime example of what good parenting can do. Either it can put you this way or it can put you that way. Mexican Superman was fucking everything up.
A Mexican Superman?
He was right. The ship crashed in Mexico.
Okay.
And he was Zod's son. Not that matters who his Kryptonian father was, but the fact that he was raised in a hostile environment, he saw the world from a different point of view, changed everything. For real, let's think about it. Let's say Superman was black.
Okay.
In today's society, he grew up in the 90s. He's up to 2016. He's an adult now, and he was raised in the inner city. He seen the issues going on in America throughout now. His outlook on the world would be different.
It would be. So
the only thing that keeps Superman in check is who raises him.
Well, who raised him?
Yeah.
I can understand what you're saying.
Let's say Superman crash landed and ISIS picked him up.
Oh, jihad on America. We couldn't do anything. I mean, yeah, but essentially he would still be a liability
to the world.
Yes. And America would do everything in its power to keep him on their side and working for.
They're gonna make him a Christian.
Americans' interests.
They're gonna make him a Christian.
He probably already is.
Yeah. Well, no, because if we go by Man of Steel, he didn't. It never say he believed in God or not.
In the comics, I think he falls underneath.
I wouldn't say he's a Christian. Because think about it, you are essentially God. Almost, you're the closest thing to God that humanity will ever know.
I don't know. People got to look up, but I do believe there's a time where the Justice League went to heaven.
This is probably a spinoff.
Hey, look it up. We have to find it.
But there's things of God, and I think in DC it's called I think it's called Eternity. Not Eternity. It's called the Presence. I think it's called the Presence.
All right.
But either way.
Well, let's talk about his opposite for a chance.
Batman. I love Batman.
I think he's horrible. I think he's actually one of the worst superheroes.
He's Hillary Clinton.
Why do you keep saying that?
Because he is. Okay.
I don't see the correlation between Batman and Hillary Clinton. I'm sorry.
A whole bunch of lip service, but don't do shit. Look, don't get me wrong. I like Batman. I like his ideology. I like Batman. I like Batman. He's very relatable. But you don't do shit. You put a Band-Aid on the issue instead of solving the issue.
Okay.
Like, look at Gotham City. Let's say Gotham, let's compare it to Baltimore.
Okay.
Let's compare it to Baltimore. So, you have money, technology, resources, and you have all these things to uplift the city.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of doing you play dress up. I know a lot of nerds are going to be mad at me, especially I say I like Batman, but let's be real. You play dress up.
Don't forget all the kids that you get on the side.
Y'all get all the kids on your side. You go out and beat up criminals. Okay. Now let's analyze what causes crime. I don't know. If I don't got food to eat, but I see you got enough money to blow on pearls but won't help the city out, I'm gonna take what you got, cause I'm hungry. Most people say, well, you shouldn't do that, and blah blah blah. Well, for those people who say that, I say, have you ever gone hungry?
That's true.
If you've never been homeless, you haven't gone hungry.
You don't tell me what I should and shouldn't do.
Yep, I've been in that situation. A lot of shit goes out the window. So yeah, he's Hillary Clinton. You slap a Band-Aid on the issue instead of trying to fix the issue.
I mean, effectively, Superman is a multi-billionaire, and really,
Superman's a multi-billionaire.
oh, excuse me, Batman, Bruce Wayne, is a multi-billionaire.
Billionaire, multi-billions.
Okay. How hard is it, Bruce Wayne, to start a job program? How hard is it, Bruce Wayne, to develop smaller companies underneath there with the specific purpose and training the workforce there to therefore uplifting them out of poverty and generating more money into and putting more money into education so that these people don't have to turn to crime in order to fit their needs.
Now, many people argue that, God, I can't believe I'm going against this, that the reason Batman doesn't do things is because he feels as though the system is corruptible. But here's the thing. You are part of that system, whether you like it or not. The fact that you have money and influence and choose to do nothing, and you let evil flourish up here, and you choose to do nothing about it, is a clear sign that
he doesn't even, you know what, honestly, he doesn't even do a good job of weeding out the corruption within the system.
Hillary Clinton.
I mean, all right, I get it. I'm starting to get it now. Yeah, but he doesn't even do a good job of weeding the corruption within the system. He can simply set up a program that points to the corruption and then forcibly removes anyone who has.
And if he can't do it as Bruce Wayne, do it as Batman. You already a vigilante.
At this point,
they already don't like you.
And you're the best detective on the planet, so it's
not hard for you to find evidence
of the corruption and then place it in front of everybody, outlining and showing that each corrupt official is this. All right, and promoting the good ones. I mean, I guess in some respects they would say, well, who is he to determine who's good and who's evil? So I guess the best way
is to do it as Bruce Wayne.
But I guess the best way is just to put everybody's business out there.
Or do it the smart way. Just drop it by a reporter somewhere.
But that's what it would be. I mean, but I'm just wondering, will it just eventually lead to what we have now in our media, which is this sensationalism
of crime?
Yeah, everything is like, oh, look at the crime, look at the black people shooting each other. You know what I mean?
Look at the white people shooting up schools.
Yeah,
well, no, they don't. No, let's take that back because they don't sensationalize it like that.
But they do terrorism.
They still don't get
mass shootings. They sensationalize that. They use that.
Yeah, they do. I'm not saying they don't.
Okay.
But let's go with the criminal justice system if Batman was around.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with that. Police brutality. If Batman was around for police brutality, it would not last long. I feel as though it wouldn't last long. Batman been fucking people up. He has fucked up police before. And I think you will have more convictions on crimes. But you also gotta look at this because if we go by that, Batman doesn't go after petty criminals.
Well, I think he would end up with the Spider-Man rap, where some days
we like him.
Some days the police want your wanted man.
But he will always be a wanted man for the simple fact you're going against police brutality. You will always be a wanted man.
Well, he would be the guy that eventually. Well, Batman, if he took that up, he would always be the guy who's anti-establishment, but secretly running the establishment because he has the billions of dollars as Bruce Wayne.
It'll just be a whole nother Illuminati conspiracy theory all over.
Who knows?
But let's look at the Punisher.
Okay.
Bodies will be dropping. Punisher has killed damn near 50,000 people. That's not including the side story where he kills Marvel. That's just him on his main story alone, killed about damn near 50,000 people.
Okay.
That is a high body count for one man to have, with just bullets and knives and explosives. Just one man alone. And they never catch him. Well, they do catch him, but he always gets out.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel as though if superheroes were real, many Punishers would exist.
Mm-hmm.
For the simple fact, let's go with how when Punisher destroys Marvel and the reason behind it. The X-Men were having a fight. His family got caught in the crossfire. He felt somebody needed to be held accountable. You know, they made some lame ass excuse. Oh, we couldn't save everybody in time and shot Cyclops in the fucking face.
Okay.
And then you had a group that was dedicated to saying, you know, we need to get rid of superheroes because they go unchecked, they cause all this death and destruction, and they're held unliable for it. So you would, like, terrorism would spring up a lot.
Yeah, I think the superheroes in and of themselves would be outlawed.
Well, vigilantism is outlawed.
Well, I'm talking completely. Like, I think there would be a segregation of superpowered beings.
Then it'll be Civil War. It'll be like
it would definitely be.
It'll be like Captain America Civil War.
We would definitely have that.
I'm going on that side.
Well,
over there.
The thing about it is, and to be perfectly honest, if you're dealing with people with the potential to level a city,
why would you fight them?
well, not even just that. I don't know. I would probably agree with Tony Stark on this. Register them. They need to be registered. I'm sorry. You can level a city. Just like you registered a gun, we need to register you because you are that dangerous. Okay, there needs to be some type of precaution. There needs to be some type of security. There needs to be
for everyday
some type of some type of format. Because I'm sorry, I'm not the Hulk, and I don't just keep getting stronger as I get mad. And when I stomp my feet, Earth doesn't crack underneath of it. So therefore, I would probably wish to be registered in that. And then we do have to look at the Captain America side, but these are people and entitled to their privacy.
True. But you know what's funny? They had a meme on Facebook of everybody's on Captain America's side.
Mm-hmm.
I think none of them barely graduated high school.
But
maybe one. But everybody, and the funny thing, everybody on Tony Stark's side, mostly all of them have a degree from an Ivy League school. And very credible, and are very credible. It was just funny how they put it.
You're looking at the correlation of intelligence versus
how some people like to put it. Like, well, we should think of it like the refugee issue that's going on now. How we should register Muslims. Now, I don't agree with that. Yes, you may have a few, but if we look at the number wise, no. It's no credible. We have no. It's hard enough.
Well, no.
Hear me out. It's hard enough to register, come over here legally. It's hard enough. The screening process is ridiculous. Not only that, we seen it when you had Muslims over in the Middle East who helped American soldiers, and look how they were treated. Their families were kidnapped and killed for helping American soldiers. And what did America do?
Okay. My thing is that it is a security risk.
It is.
From just not having a bunch of unregistered people from a hostile area
coming. Yes,
coming over. And so no. I don't think you should not register.
I didn't say you shouldn't. No.
But and they should be checked. I mean, it's sort of the same issue. Again, is that same issue? You don't know who these people are, but potentially they could hurt. Now, I am definitely completely against people who say we should not help them, we should not let them into the country. I am no. Let these people in because they have gone through hell
that we caused.
Yep, that we caused. They should be here and they should be in a safe place. Just as well as you would like to be in a safe place, they deserve to be in a safe place too.
Yep. I agree. Now, what I don't agree with
But
no, they should get
we-
screened. Nobody's against them
Yeah,
getting
we
screened.
should know exactly who's coming in.
Right, no, I'm not against the screening process. No, you should check. Just like if you go to any other country, they're going to screen you. If you're an American, they're going to screen you. So yeah, that I'm not against that. What I'm against though is saying that because they're Muslim, we should treat them this way. No,
That's not the case.
and I don't agree with that.
That's not.
If that's the case, we should screen. If we're going to go there, we should screen any white person that goes to get a gun or a black person we should screen them. If we're going to go by that standard. Or they shouldn't have a lot of guns in the first place.
If we really want to go that far, we should screen every white person who's going to get a gun. White people kill a whole lot of people every time they get a gun. If you look at statistically, white people buy a lot more guns than black people do.
Yep, and they always assault rifles.
And they're most likely to become
mass murderers.
Yep. So
let's be very
clear. I mean, I'm not trying to be racist, but those are the facts. But if you think just because you're Muslim, then you're going to be an issue, and we should treat you differently because you're Muslim, no, I don't.
Then we should treat all white Christian males like that.
Right. I mean, we should look at each person and take them by a case by case basis.
Exactly.
It has nothing to do with just religion, even though the religion in and of itself does promote violence, but I think Christianity does too. It just does it subtly.
I'll just say it like, no, it doesn't do it. It says it clearly in the Bible that it's okay to rape. God gave them permission to take their land and rape people.
Okay,
clearly states that. What?
I try to toss them a bone, but look, we're going.
No, I'm not, because they all came from.
We're going off topic.
We are. But I just want to put out this fact enough again. Judaism, Islam, and Christianity all come from Abraham.
Okay,
but moving on. But back to the Punisher. The Punisher was in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine the body count he would have. From mass shooters, gang members, terrorist attacks. Jared from Subway would not make it. Dylan Roof would not make it.
Yeah,
a lot of people would not make it.
Basically, the ones they can't defend themselves, that street justice. If you don't give the type of justice that the Punisher wants, you're gone. Y'all.
But let's theorize how the Punisher came about, because he felt that the criminal justice system in itself was not working. He felt it wasn't working, that, you had people who did heinous crimes, but because they had money or because they knew somebody or just this color of their skin, their religion, whatever case may be, they got off.
Well, that's exactly how it works now. We look at our criminal system and we like to say it's fair. It's not. It is so much in favor of people who already paid into it. It's ridiculous.
Or haven't.
No.
Some people who haven't.
If you can't, look, the reason why you nowadays that you're found guilty isn't because you necessarily did the crime. It's because you didn't have enough for a good lawyer to get you off.
True, and while we on that topic, this is a side note. Public defenders are greatly underpaid and understaffed. Mm-hmm. When you're living in conditions where you have roaches and mice, and what's the average number of public defenders supposed to have? The average case is it's not a lot. It's not even.
No, and here in Baltimore, average cases that public defenders deal with is 200 a day.
200 a day. What's the legal limit they're supposed to handle?
I don't know.
We're gonna Google this right now.
But it should be, it should be no more than 30, at most. But imagine one person trying to manage 200 cases.
It's ridiculous, and the best they can offer is take a plea bargain. And now, don't get me wrong, you have some good public defenders. Then you have some shitty ones who just, I'm in it for a paycheck. Just take the plea deal.
It's a little rough. But let's
move on to anime.
Yeah, let's move on to anime. We bring up a religion a lot. So let's check out Bleach.
Buddhism.
completely Buddhism.
Just about. It bleeds Buddhism.
So Bleach people, for those who don't know, and at this point, if you've been listening this long, you should know a little bit about Bleach.
No, I mean, yeah, at some point.
But it concerns a young teenager named Ichigo Kurosaki. Try saying that 10 times fast. And his family and his friends actually getting involved with Shinigamis, which are
Gods of death.
gods of death. And in American versions, they call them soul reapers.
Yeah, because America has the things against anything like this Christianity.
Yes. And so basically, they're just what they say. They reap souls. They're the Grim Reapers.
Yeah, basically. A Batman.
Yeah, you completely did. They're the Grim Reapers, and their job is to collect souls from the living world and take them to the Soul Society, or send them to hell, and also maintain the balance and protect souls from becoming or from lost souls or hungry ghosts, which are known as hollows.
Now, I've seen a few episodes of Bleach. I haven't had a chance to get totally into it. It's very long. It's just like Inuyasha. It's long. It's very long.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I've seen, it's interesting that if we go think about the afterlife, if you're here in America, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna think you're gonna go to the pearly white gates. Some would say you're gonna worship God forever. Some say you're gonna go to your own personal paradise. If you're Catholic, you probably believe in purgatory. So it might be an in between. You weren't super good, but you weren't really that bad. So you like in the middle somewhere. So, correct me if I'm wrong. There's no purgatory in this.
No. So here, if you're a good person, a decent person, you just end up going to the Soul Society, and you actually live for a couple of more 100 to 1,000 years on that side, which is dressed up like feudal Japan. And it doesn't necessarily matter what your status was in life, but it actually depends upon where you land.
On the wheel?
No, actually, where you land there, and
On the circle of life?
not even on the circle line, like literally.
Circle
It actually depends where you land, literally, in the Soul Society, which could end up being what your status are. If you just so happen to land in the high class society part, or someone takes a liking to you, then you live for riches for 10,000 years.
On where you go.
Oh yeah.
So it's like Christianity.
A little bit of politics.
So it's like Christianity.
In hell, in their hell, you're just constantly punished and chased and devoured by beings, constantly.
So it's like Christianity.
But
Wow.
partially, once that if your soul becomes corrupted and you become a hollow, they just they execute you, and then the stuff that the world that you are made of, which is called reishi, is recycled back into the circle of life. So you cease to
rules us all.
you cease to exist as you know it, but actually become part of the material world there.
Till we find our place.
Okay, I'm not paying copyright.
I'm not even like stop. But no, I just found it interesting because imagine if that's what the afterlife is like. Like you die, right, and you wake up, and depending on who you know, depends on where how good off you're gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like living a second life all over again.
Yeah, but this time you live a lot longer. You eventually will die, and your body will return to that.
Circle life.
Yeah, and back into reishi, which makes up actually in Soul Society makes up the grass, the ground, and the air, and then actually comes over to the world of the living, which they make a distinction once again, and sometimes you're reborn there too.
So you're reincarnated at some point.
No, parts of you are.
Parts of you are. Okay, I can give it that. So again, it's like Christianity. Depends on
No,
how.
no, it's
Think
not
of
like
it in
that,
this
yeah.
in this sense. If you are a pastor, you're guaranteed a better. Cause no, they teach this in church.
No, you're not guaranteed a better life over there.
Also,
So you could be a rich man in this life,
and you may be poor over there.
and then you land in the slums.
So it's completely up to chance.
Yeah, and then at the same time, it depends upon your, and then also depends upon your spiritual energy once you come over there. So you can be a rich man, land in the slums, and if you have a low amount of spiritual energy, you don't necessarily go hungry, but you may not make enough in profit to do anything. And usually the ones who can feel hunger are the ones who have high spiritual energy and have to eat ratio over there in order to
So it's complete chance. At the end of the day, it's still complete chance.
still a complete chance.
I like that better. I prefer that.
Yeah, but except that depending upon your spiritual energy, more than likely you'll get sucked up into Soul Reaper school and live high class lives, or get a guard, basically a job with the military, and you fight against hollows, and you spend thousands of years fighting monsters,
Well, that could be fun too, I guess. You get bored after a while.
or
But my favorite, Naruto.
oh, everyone likes Naruto.
Now, before you shit on Naruto,
I'm going to shit on Naruto.
fuck you. Now, many people compare Naruto, Luffy, and Goku as the protagonist who's dumb, not very bright, but has this indomitable will that they never give up and they always see the good in humanity. But that translates to today, if you think about it.
Okay.
Like, look at Bernie Sanders. Let's parallel it. Bernie believes in not a perfect world, but he believes that we can do better if we strive to do better.
Okay.
And he's fighting for that. Now, I seen a quote where Hillary Clinton said we had to be pragmatic. That the social issues that he's speaking on, like free education and criminal justice reform, aren't possible in these aspects. And I find it that in Naruto, he breaks those barriers. He flies through those barriers when people say you can't do something. You can't be great. You're never going to be great. You're not going to be shit. And he just takes it on, head on, in the face. Like,
He takes it head on in the face. He takes it in the face, huh? Head on.
gotta make it some type of funny. But no, I admire that. Like it shows that as humans, we have the capacity to do good if we strive for it. And the crazy that we let people around us tell us that you can't, that we can't live in a world where everybody, is equal. We can't live in a world where everybody is treated based on their character. Mm-hmm. And he flew through that. I mean, even as a friend. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not condoning Sasuke or anything. We'll talk about that later. But just his friendships alone and the things he did. Look at that Hyuga clan, for example. For those who don't watch Naruto, the Hyuga clan, they have a can't never pronounce the word. Keke
Genkai.
Yeah, thank you. Which is a biological trait that goes through different clans that's only special to them. So theirs is called the Byakugan. The Byakugan allows them to see chakra points, or I think
you just speak French to everybody. Everybody's like, what? Chakra?
Put it like this. They can see your pressure points. To sum it up, they can see your pressure points. So, in this clan, they have a main family, which is like the head family, make it simple, and you have the branch. So they're like side-offs, of like cousins and uncles. So between the head branch, they actually put a curse seal on the branch family, which means anytime they feel somebody from the branch family is getting too strong or is getting too high up, they can kill you at any moment. And you have the character whose name is Neji, and he goes through this phase in his life where he feels as though you cannot rise above where you're at, that your life is predestined, and if you ain't shit, that's how you're going to stay. If you're great, you're going to be great. That's just the way it is. It's never going to change.
Mm-hmm.
Later on, you see Neji changes his mind after Naruto beats him up. You see him change his mind, and you see that that animosity between the Branch family, who feel as though they're being treated unjustly, and the Head family, who just wants to keep their station. You've seen that kind of dissolve, slowly but surely, during the Great Ninja Wars, when they're all in this together. I mean, the man united the whole world.
So, you know,
Dwell on that for a moment.
Yeah.
He united the whole world.
To sum this up, because we're running really short on time.
He's Ninja Jesus.
Ninja Jesus. But basically, it's just saying we all have differences. Okay? We all have things that's going to always break us apart and set us up on a different path from each other. But we should sometimes ignore that, focus on things that makes us the same, and come together and do great things. It's simple.
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 So simple.
If you have lasted this long with us, you just have to look at the fact that cartoons now, anime, comics, those types of medias are deeper than your Bugs Bunny, Wile E. Coyote cartoons.
Hold on.
Short on time.
We'll talk about Bugs Bunny later. That was very progressive, but we'll talk about that later.
I'm not saying. I'm talking about this overall silliness. Okay, because Bugs Bunny, yes, he went through his old progressive.
We'll talk about that
stage, but at the same time, your cartoons are deeper than what people think.
Yes.
And if you just think that all these are just for kids, it's not. Definitely not.
It's called critical thinking.
Definitely.
What you should be ashamed of is Teen Titans Go.
No, let's not even go there.
That atrocity.
No, but the fact of the matter, if art reflects our society. So,
you're welcome.
Yeah. Just plain and simple. Let's leave it like that. All right. I'm going to say goodnight to you guys. We got to get out of here. We're going to leave you with the information with the show. Catch you guys later. Okay. You can reach the show at facebook.com/AskLearnQuestion. Follow us on Twitter, which is @AskLearnQuestion. Subscribe to us on YouTube, which is Let Me Ask You a Question, with a question mark at the end. Search channels will be right at the top. And the show's official email page is asklearnquestion@gmail.com.